Greetings. Today I am just making this small video. I don't know if it is a small one, but this is regarding a very controversial kind of a question and something that probably people are not comfortable talking about. But I would like to talk about my perspective on it. I am not saying that my answer is the final or the ultimatum, but this is my perspective. If you can relate with it, fine. This is again regarding multiple gurus, and this is a question that I have often received while being on this path for many years. This is not the first time. Many people have directly confronted me and asked me about their delusion that they have in their mind regarding multiple masters. Because this is Kali Yuga, and this is a time when we have a lot of coverage on the internet. The internet is like you have exposure to anything and everything in the universe. So obviously you're going to come across many masters, their teachings, their preachings. And often people like to read a quote from here, a book from there, a video from here, a little from there. All these things are very natural to happen. So previously it was not there because this kind of a platform was not available. So we cannot compare our today's days to the previous years because the times have changed. It's not like before. So today when we have all this kind of options, it's very common for you to get many information right in front of your hands, and how you choose it is all on you. Like you can have flood of information on the internet today on any subject, not just master or spirituality, on any damn subject that you want. You can have all those details just on the mere press of buttons. But as I always say, you should be prepared if you're diving into something. It is just like yourself opening up to the meditations and opening yourself to the astral world, which you cannot see. Many people today are very enthusiastic and they want to open up to all dimensions and do all kind of things and explore and all those things. But we must understand that if we do something, we should have a kind of responsibility towards it. Like if you are going out on a journey and venturing out alone yourself, and without a proper guidance system, or let's say without a proper security system, or without money, or without proper documents or whatever, and you say I'm just going to freak out, and then you skip out and you're exploring the world. Well, fine, it happens. There are a lot of people who have done it, lived their lives doing it, especially the adventurers. They do that, but they do take the whole responsibility in their own hands for all the consequences or whatever has to come in. They go like a daredevil and they do it. Check out if you are a daredevil to do that. Most of the time it is not very easy for every adventurer to do that. Everybody follows a certain system, certain guidelines, certain paths, certain ways, certain methodologies. So it is advisable, even if you're seeking on any path, not just spirituality, anything that you do, it is always better that you go with a particular guidance system. You can explore your realms, but again, there should be a adhar. There should be a proper foundation on anything that you do. Otherwise, it's like you are going out, venturing into the open without any support system. Let us say you are entering into a terrain of thousands of caves and you're going to explore it. It's very fun to explore it, but you don't know. Like this happened in Siddharbetta when we went to Siddharbetta in Mysore. It's a caves on all the caves on the mountain called Siddharbetta, means mountain of Siddhas, where thousands of Siddhas have taken samadhi there. If you go there to Siddharbetta, near Tumkur it is, sorry, a little close from Bangalore, you'll see there are so many caves that you get in and you can get lost literally. It's like you don't know where you are. So it's like, if you're entering that cave, you take a long string, it's just I'm telling, long string or rope, and then you go inside and then you explore anywhere. Now when you do that, many people do this on adventure. They take a rope and then they go in, explore everything, so that even if they get lost, the rope will guide them back. This rope is the foundation. Same way, if you're doing, there are people, explorers in the astral world who do astral travel and all that. What is the foundation on astral travel? It is their silver cord from their nabi, which is connected. That silver cord keeps them binded to their body, because if that silver cord gets cut, they are disconnected and they can float around forever. Yeah, you get disassociated with their body. It's like a physical death. So what connects you, even everybody does astral travel at night also. When you're sleeping, you are out of your body. You're not aware of it. You're traveling into so many dimensions and coming back. What keeps you bound to your body is that astral, that cord, that silver cord. So that is the Aadhar there, that is the foundation. This is what I'm trying to say. If you don't have that kind of a foundation, then it can be very difficult, you can get lost. That is why we always say that be rooted in the master. Now, who is a master? There are so many masters. I've covered this video before also in so many of my videos, where I've made it very clear there are two types of master. One is the Deeksha Guru and the other is the Sheeksha Guru. Sheeksha is the one who imparts training, and you can take all kind of trainings, you can take all kind of learnings, learn skills, wisdom from Sheeksha Gurus. Like we come from the tradition of Lord Dattatreya, and Lord Dattatreya, had multiple gurus, 24 gurus to be precise, and they differed from insects to reptiles to nature to a prostitute to everything in nature. Now these are all very symbolic. It means that his guru was anything and everyone who he could learn from. So we are all bound by it. We have so many Sheeksha Gurus right from childhood. There are Sheeksha Gurus. Your teachers are your Sheeksha Gurus. Your music teacher is your Sheeksha Guru. School teacher is, college teacher is, your yoga teacher is. Any skill that you learn from is your Sheeksha Guru. So we are bound to learn many things from many people. So on this day, these days of internet, you come across lot of information from multiple masters, multiple teachers who are all beautiful souls. We are not judging anyone. They are all doing their jobs in their own specific ways. They all have a unique pattern. They have a signature in which they work, and because that is their experience, that is their perception, that is how they have lived and walked that path. So they are sure, they are damn sure of that path, because that has given them that glory, that has given them that conclusion, that has given them the final salvation in that. And now they want the people whom they want to guide to follow that pattern, because they're sure of that pattern. Are you getting it? That's how all the masters function in this world. So every master is okay, everybody is fine. But ultimately, you know that you cannot put all your or both your feet in two boats. You'll sink. Because everybody's patterns, everybody's signature are different. So as I told you, it's a world of contrast. Everything exists, nothingness also exists, everything also exists. Infinity also exists, nothingness also exists. So if somebody says there is nothing in this world, you are nothing, that is true. The opposite also might be said by another master who has realized that he is infinite, he is everywhere, he is in everything. So he will teach the opposite. Now the question is, what do you relate to? What is your structure, your karmic structure, and your individuality, your personality relating to, and how you can relate to a certain kind of thing and then catch on to that path. That becomes your path. So anybody with your strong likings or your kind of attracted, your attractions which you have, I mean, you get attracted to the like attracts like. So similar qualities, you get attracted to such kind of a person. such kind of a path, and then you catch hold of that master whom you know now this path will suit you, this master will suit you, because you are attuned to all those characteristics or properties. It doesn't make the other masters or the other paths false. It only means that you are more adhered to this particular path, and that is how you choose your path, that is how you choose your master. So once you start walking on that, that becomes your foundation. Now once you catch that master is going to give you the initiation, the Deeksha. Deeksha is the introduction into that path, opening up of channels and energies and grace through that path, which will enlighten you on that particular path. That is where the Deeksha comes in, and Deeksha Guru is always one, because those channels have opened up, and it's certain kind of energy, certain kind of a lineage that follows a certain pattern. So once you have your Deeksha, that means you are attuned to that, then you go with that. Now following a Deeksha Guru means following the sadhana of that Deeksha Guru. That sadhana, that the practice, the austerity which comes through that lineage, through the gaze of your master, that is going to lead you to the final goal. This is the loyalty factor, this is the cord, this is the foundation of your practice, of your goal of spirituality. That is what you hold on to and go till the end. Now, as I told you, that doesn't prohibit you from looking into something else, or you start feeling guilty that you have seen somebody else's words, or you liked some other masters talking something. See, everybody is talking the same language. Everybody is talking about the same supreme truth in different fashions, different ways. So you are going to like certain things, you are going to relate to what they are saying. It's okay. If you have liked somebody, if you have read some books, if you have a certain attraction to somebody's words, precious words, which you feel is so good enough. But again, as I told you, if you try to follow the practices of different masters, you will get totally confused. Practices of different masters differ from person to person, because I told you their practices is their perception, their experience, what they are very sure of, which can give them the redemption, even the followers. So that you got to follow, the practice you got to follow. Your loyalty comes from there. Okay, your loyalty is sticking to that practice, sticking to that grace, sticking to that initiation which you are holding fast to, and then you do anything. I'm telling you, it's my personal experience also, that anywhere, anything else you see also is only possible with the grace of your master who has given you Deeksha. Because once the master opens up your doors, they are doors of infinity. You need somebody to open that door, and that comes through grace. Grace of whom? The Deeksha Guru. So once that person opens up that channel, your Kundalini opens up, then only it is possible for you to even relate to somebody else's teachings, or even understand that perception also, or that level of consciousness with which you understand other things about the whole diversities of life, is because of that grace of that master. So that master has given you that opening there. So it is a very common natural characteristic that gratitude always pours for that master who opened up that channel for you. But at the same time, you also feel gratitude to everything that shows you everything, because they are all the same tattva. It's all coming from there. We are going towards the supreme truth. So when we see the supreme truth everywhere, we cannot deny that. That is where I say being fanatic is even closing your eyes to all those things. You say rest all is nonsense. You cannot call that nonsense if you have really, your channels have opened up. Are you getting it? Your channels have really opened up. If the grace of the master is there, that is why the master always says, never judge anyone. This is the main reason, because everyone is linked to that Param Tattva, the Supreme Truth, and everybody is walking towards that. But it is always advised that you follow one practice, because otherwise hell is not going to break loose, but you will get confused and you can end up nowhere. So there are people who write to me who are confused in this manner. The confusion is coming because of this. I hope I'm clarifying this, because there are many questions that come in. And today I thought I'll make this video because today morning I was thinking about the internal and external guru, and the same topic what I'm talking right now, and I got two questions that came similarly, one yesterday night and one today morning relating to this. Then I thought there must be some significance that I'm talking, that I need to talk on this, because morning it was there in my thought also. So those who are confused, and some say I had another guru before, my earlier guru passed away, then I took, see, somebody passes away, and if you are taken Deeksha from another guru, it only means that you have been pushed forward by the grace of your first master. It is due to their permission only you have entered somewhere else. Now you are continuing the journey, so that's fine. Now, important, these are all what we are jumping from here to there and getting too much confused. External, this is all Bahimukhi. If your vision is always out, there will be logic mind always playing the game. There's too much of chaos, because this confusion, all this comes from your logic minds. This discrimination, this judgments, this dilemma, all this is coming from, because your vision is totally outside and you're seeing something outside, you're expecting everything outside to give you, including the external guru. Now this is what I wanted to come to finally. What we are all talking about is the external guru. Now external guru, even the Deeksha guru who gives you Deeksha guru, this is your external guru. The actual supreme truth in the dharma, rooted in the lineage of all the gurus. The ultimate truth is that the real guru is your inner guru, which is your inner self again. This is the true Sadguru. This is the true light which every single soul has it. But the only problem is people are not mature enough or conscious enough to see that. Because the soul is not conscious enough to see that, a divine soul is needed to remind you of that. And then that is when divine takes the form of a guru. It's the divine tattva only that takes the form of an external guru and comes right in front of you, because we are focused on the outside. Bahimukhi. So a Bahimukhi guru appears. Bahimukhi guru appears with only one purpose: to introduce you to your Antarmukhi guru, to your internal guru. So until you realize that, the external guru will be playing the play of consciousness and reminding you in many ways, through many aspects, again and again, to get back to your real self. And once that stage comes, when you get introduced to yourself, your inner guru, the real guru, which is that tattva only, which has come out and projecting itself as the external guru. Once the external guru shows you the internal guru, once you're grounded in that, then all this search will drop down. What you are today saying, this is my guru, that was my first guru, this is my second guru, I left that and came here, now leaving here and going there, or leaving that and coming here. All this thing is the play of the mind. You must understand that. So till you are Bahimukhi, you will be stuck in all these things, and then you will try to justify, then you will feel guilty, then you will feel stuck, then you will feel confused and dilemma. And then log kya kahenge, one tradition will say this, one followers will say this, one book will say that, and you are in a... So understand one thing, ultimatum is to reach to your own inner guru. If you can work towards that, pray to your external guru to help you to see that internal guru, because the search will stop there once you get that. And once that stops there, you will be eternally grateful to your external guru, because he is the one who showed you that. Now all the confusions have ceased. Now it doesn't matter which guru you are looking into, whose teaching you are looking into, whatever you are doing, you are loyally connected to that inner guru of yours through the outer guru that gave you that connection. That is forever. You cannot, till your last, till your final stage, that's going to be there. So once that true connection is there and the true conviction is there, then there will be no guilt of anything. I told in one video also, it's just like having a wife. And then that doesn't mean you go to office, you go to the bazaar and you do shopping and come back and you're not going to look into anywhere. You look into any other female and your wife is like catching a collar and saying, what are you doing? You're working in your office with some female workers and your wife is too possessive and saying, what are you doing? Or your inner consciousness is always hitting you and saying, oh my God, what will my wife think? What will my wife think? What will my wife think? Nothing of that sort will ever happen. You cannot live that way. A true husband, a proper husband who is loyal to his wife, will go out into the world and openly deal and openly speak even to the female, because that person knows from within that he is loyal to his wife and he need not prove it to anyone. Log kya kahenge, wo kya kahenge, even wife kya kahengi, doesn't matter. You know it from within that you are loyal to that. That loyalty will give you the boldness to go and talk to other girls. You're not doing a sin by doing that. Are you getting it? End of the day, you're going back to your wife only. You're loyal to your wife and spending your life with that wife. So this is the best example that I can give. So all these questions that are coming, I think I needed to answer this in one shot, in one video. So whenever anybody comes with this kind of a question, I'll point to this particular video. And let me tell you, again a disclaimer, this is my perception. This is what I am talking from my perception. I do not claim any authority that this is the final answer. Everybody, or you may have your different opinion, or somebody might have a different opinion. This is how I have seen life. This is how my inner guidance, my Sadguru, external and internal, have shown me. And that is the reason I am able to talk and deal with so many other masters also, whom I am so grateful to. But at the end of the day, I do only one practice, which is from my Deeksha Guru. Whatever else that I do, I may even go to, on the way, visit some other ashrams, do seva there. So what? I may talk to them, take their blessings. What's wrong in that? I've done it. I put all these videos also on the openly on that. So do not get confused. It's not like you're guru hunting. It all depends on what you're looking. I told you, if you're looking, if you're still hunting, if your search has not ended, then it will continue forever. You're seeking something here and there. If that thing has settled down with your inner guru, that inner light has opened up and it is showing you the way, which is again connected to your master. You invoke externally, internally things start happening. And the external doors ki zarurat nahi, internal doors open up, through which you can enter and go anywhere externally also. It's a different phenomena. I don't know if you are able to relate to it. It is very important for a seeker, especially on the path of non-duality, to understand the non-dual aspect of the Guru, the Tattva of the Guru Tattva. So that is the reason I on and often, again and again, reiterate and repoint you again towards that Tattva, that consciousness of the Guru, which is very important. Consciousness of the Guru, that Tattva, that element is non-dual, and that is what I am talking about, the internal Guru. Are you getting it? So external you need in the starting stages, when you are so much acquainted with the things outside that you can't look inside, and it takes a lot of effort for you to go inside, and that is why the external Guru comes and shows you internally. But if you do not get into the internal thing forever, if you're stuck in the external Bahimukhi, then you're bound to come into a lot of confusions and dilemmas. Like for example, what is this mobile and gadget? This is something external. What is a program that you have attended with your Guru? once upon a time. That is an external thing. Okay, that was needed at that time. But then you were dependent on that external visit all the time. And that is what craved you to go again and again to have the external darshan of your master again and again, because the moment you see him, the internal guru is reminded. The internal jyot, the internal flame is lit up. So it is like, for lighting up the internal spirit, you are again and again going in outside and triggering something for you to have that inner lightening up. Are you getting it? Subconsciously you are doing the same thing only. Internal you need something, but your outlook is so outside, then you go on purpose and you do everything consciously, logically, and that finally, after a lot of struggle, triggers something, tickles something inside, and then the journey continues ahead. I'm saying it very, very sukshma. If you're aware, you'll see these things. So now a time has come when the external visits have stopped. Nature made it, nobody made it. It's a natural happening. So it's all stopped. Now what has happened? It's a technology world. Everything has turned technology. So now what has happened? You have hooked on from there and hooked on to the technology. Now the dependence is on the technology for anything, everything. So the whole world feels now technology is there and it is all techno. But they are still forgetting that techno also is external. Your technical aspect, the gadget which is there outside, it is the technology which is outside. We are still forgetting our internal technology, which is the reason why the Guru came first of all to introduce you to. We are still not pointing within. So technology, khuda na kare. We don't know what's happening. The things are changing so fast. Tomorrow, who knows if it zaps. And your technology, so-called social media goes off. Boom, you never know, because this came without a warning right now. So something comes without a warning and then suddenly the whole world changes. Who knows? We don't know. What will happen at that time? Till now you have been hooked onto the social media. Tomorrow, what if, I'm asking, there is no social media? Because you don't know, you got to change with the circumstances. And all these circumstances that are happening is nothing but it's pointing us inside. Again and again. You can see all the external things that are happening, it is pointing you internally. But mankind is still failing to look into that and see the hints that it is giving. We are making the same mistakes again and again. So let's say if this technology goes off, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit handicapped? So the best time is to utilize and learn to ignite that flame within and look into that space which the external Guru always wanted to show us. You look into any videos, any reminder of the Guru, you will see, if you see this thing now from my perception, what I'm talking, if you look at the videos, if you look at the messages from that angle, you'll see there is a different horizon altogether. It's a different perspective altogether. So you'll see it is the same thing again, message. So what will happen is, if you learn to get into your internal master, connect to that, connect to the tattva, because when you connect to that tattva and you even invoke from within, you are again connecting to the external, but that still doesn't matter. Neither the master is bothered about the externalities. Internal connection ho gaya, then he can do anything from anywhere. The internal, you can do anything from anywhere towards the master. It's a different interconnection. So that is much more faster and reliable, so that when all the external fail also, you will not fail. Your journey will not fail. You will still continue. There will be no confusions. There will be no questions asked. You know where to turn in. So why do we have to wait till external keep us and giving us doses and showing us things in the hard way? We are choosing the hard way actually. Easier ways to connect with them. So when the things are fine right now, the time should still be focused on developing that. So develop that more to your Deeksha Guru, whoever is your Deeksha Guru, because many people are here, I'm telling, whoever is your Deeksha Guru, connect in that way and get connected from within and slowly take off from all the external attachments that you have towards things, dependencies, external dependencies. Then the external becomes only secondary. Primary is inside. Okay, you want to just understand certain things, you look at a certain message or a video or whatever outside on social media, it reminds you immediately. The next thing should be that something triggers and inside you go. Everything rest should be inside. That should be just a trigger for you. Rest of the things should happen inside, not vice versa. That's the best practice to do it. So I hope this answers your question on the multiple gurus and the confusions between two and the connections you feel. The connection, some people talk about I'm sometimes disconnected. It is all internal. Understand that. Nothing is external. External is all your social media business. The more you operate in that, the more you are on your mobile phones, and if you're getting too confused, shut that down. Or if you have the conviction and if you have the audacity to understand this and you're rooted firmly, then you can openly go ahead and explore the external world also. You'll not get lost. So hope this answers all your queries. With much divine love and light to all of you. Bye.